Now we know that bending of light is refraction. But in physics, each and every phenomena will follow some rules. It has some restrictions. So for refraction also, we have some rules which it will follow always, no matter whatever the condition. तो अभी तक हमें पता चला कि हमारी bending depends on refractive index. Does it depends on refractive index only? No. It depends on the angle of incidence also. So now you got a note that refraction depends on refractive index and angle of incidence. Now understand what is this angle of incidence and all. So if we say this is our medium 1, this is medium 2. Refractive index of medium 1 is N1, refractive index of medium 2 is N2. This is the interface which is separating medium 1 and medium 2. This is interface. Now, if we draw perpendicular on the interface, what it is known? It is known as normal. So this is center O and this is our normal N dash. O N dash, yeah, N dash is the normal. If the light ray OA is the light ray which is incidenting on the surface and makes an angle I with the normal. So what is I? I is called angle of incidence. What is OA? OA is known as incidence ray. Incident ray. Now after refraction, this light will bend. It will bend according to the refractive index. Suppose it bends like this and it makes the angle R with the normal. We say it is OB. So what is this? This is called refracted ray. Refracted ray. And what is R? R is angle of refraction. So what are the rules does it follow? First rule will be incident ray, refracted ray and normal will always fall in same plane. So here, which is the plane? This white board is the plane. They all three are in the same plane. It will never ever happen like this, that normal is this in the plane of board. This is your incident ray and the refracted ray will go something like this. No, then it is not in the plane of our white board. So incident ray, reflected ray and normal will always be in the same plane. Second is sin I by sin R is equals to N2 by N1. And this is known as the Snell's law. स्नेल्स नाम के साइंटिस्ट ने इस लॉ को दिया. अब इसमें एक और चीज देखो. फॉर एयर, always remember, just for air, when one of your medium is air, if we say N1 is refractive index of air, N1 is Na, so it will be 1. Then we can write, and N2 is any medium having any refractive index N, so we can write sin I by sin R is equals to N. This is also, you can write Snell's law, this also, any one of this. But for this one, you have to explain that the first medium is air Next way, how can we write it? अब यहाँ पे आओ, यहाँ पे है n2 by n1. What is this n2 by n1? If you write it, it will be n2 refractive index of medium 2 with respect to the medium 1. What do you call it? N2 by N1 is refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. How do we write it? N21 is equals to N2 by N1. Refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. So here we can write this law like this also. N2 by N2 1. So it's up to you. You can write any way. This is also Snell's law. This is also Snell's law. This is also Snell's law. अब यहाँ से एक चीज देखो. If N21 is N2 by N1, if I say N12 means refractive index of medium 1 with respect to medium 2. So क्या वैल्यू आ जाएगी हमारी? N12. यहाँ पे देखो, जिस भी मीडियम की निकाल रहे हैं वो ऊपर आ रहा है, तो यहाँ हो जाएगा N1 by N2. तो इन दोनों में क्या रिलेशन आएगा, चेक करो तो. They are opposite to each other. So we can write that N21 is equals to 1 by N12. Correct? Now let's see one special case. तो रिफ्रैक्शन के लिए लाइट को हमें दो रूल फॉलो करने होते हैं. फर्स्ट इंसिडेंट रे, रिफ्लेक्टेड रे, नॉर्मल एक ही प्लेन में होगा. सेकेंड इज स्नेल्स लॉ. अब इसमें एक चीज देख लेते हैं कि इफ लाइट incident ray falls perpendicular to the interface. If incident ray falls perpendicular to the interface, then what will happen? So let's draw first. We are saying this is our interface, medium 1, medium 2. Light is falling perpendicular to the interface. Then what will happen? So here if you see, what is the angle of incidence? I. 0. I is the angle of incidence which your incidence ray made with the normal, and here it is making an angle 0 with the Snell's law. Sin r, we have to find out how it will bend now by n. First medium I have taken air. Sin 0 is equals to n. Sin r, sin 0 is 0, so it is equals to 0. R is equals to 0. So angle of refraction is 0. It means how the light will go? Straight like that. So what do you see here? What do you think? Refraction is happening? If you look at the picture, the answer is no. Refraction is not happening here. But I say no, refraction is happening, because refraction doesn't depend only on the angle of its incidence. It also tells about the change in the velocity. And when the light moves from one medium to another medium, refractive index is different. So the velocity will change. So in this case also we will say that the refraction is happening because the velocity of the light is changing. From here you can get one note. For bending, it is necessary that the light should fall obliquely, like this. It should make always some angle with the normal. So note is, for bending, light should fall obliquely. obliquely. This is your note. And if someone says that the light is falling perpendicular to the interface, or they say if the light is incidenting at the angle 0, will refraction happen? The answer is yes, because still bending is not happening, but the change in the velocity is happening. So we'll say that the refraction is happening here. So now they are saying find the refractive index of air with respect to water, and they have given the refractive index of water is 4/3. What they are asking us to? N is equals to AW. कैसे निकालेंगे? Somehow if we find what is N is equals to WA, then we can make it out easily like this. And AW will be N WA with this formula. Correct? हमने लिखा था ना, N21 is equals to 1 by N12. कोशिश करते हैं निकालने की. NWA is refractive index of water with respect to air, will be NW by NA. Correct? NA हमें पता है क्या होता है, refractive index of air 1, then it is 4/3 by 1 is equals to 4/3. अब निकालो. Refractive index of air with respect to water, NAW is equals to 1 by NWA, 1 by 4/3, 3/4 is the answer. So first you find out what is the opposite of that, and then you can get the answer. तो बच्चों हमेशा एक चीज याद रखो, फिजिक्स में कोई भी कॉन्सेप्ट पढ़ने के बाद उससे रिलेटेड जितने न्यूमेरिकल्स आप सॉल्व कर सकते हो, ट्राई टू सॉल्व देम. क्योंकि अगर आप न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व कर पा रहे हो, इट मीन्स कि आपका कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर है. और अगर आप न्यूमेरिकल्स नहीं लगा पा रहे हो, तो आपको फिर से अपना कॉन्सेप्ट पे ध्यान देना पड़ेगा. ठीक है? दैट्स व्हाई वी आर सॉल्विंग